Hi, today is Wednesday, December 25th, 2024. So today is the Christmas day. I'm going to read another article for the day. I am certainly interested in the narcissistic personality disorder because Mrs. Che has the severe case of narcissistic personality disorder. She is working at a buffet restaurant, but she's very ineffective and she's quite emotionally turning on people around her. And I think she's an energy vampire. So let's learn more about energy vampire and narcissistic behavior. This article is from psychcentral.com, and the title is What is an Energy Vampire and How to Protect Yourself? The article was medically reviewed by Danielle Wade, LCSW, written by Hope Gillette, updated on November 22nd, 2022. Energy vampires are people who drain your emotional energy, whether intentionally or not. Feeling emotionally drained after talking with a friend, colleague, or family member, after spending time with them, do you always leave feeling anxious or irritable, right? You feel anxious or irritable. You may be dealing with an energy vampire, anxious and irritable. You don't feel comfortable, anxious and irritable. There are plenty of reasons why people develop energy draining behaviors, such as mental health conditions, certain attachment types, and past trauma. Some people, including empaths, are more susceptible to being emotionally drained than others, empaths. Once you've identified an energy vampire in your life, you can develop ways to protect yourself and your energy, such as setting boundaries and getting comfortable with saying no. How to spot an energy vampire? You may not know someone is an energy vampire when you first meet them, but you can tell whether you've been around an energy vampire if they consistently make you feel overstimulated, annoyed, uh, apathetic, apathetic, right? Apathetic? I think apathetic, fatigued, and stressed. Apathetic. Initially, they may come across, right? Look, 看起来 in Chinese, come across as extremely friendly, almost overtly so. It can feel natural to want to bring them under your wing, especially if they come right out with a down on their luck story. Down on their luck. Bad luck, right? Down on their luck. Under you. This is a common approach for an energy vampire. Jasmine Cobb, LCSW, a trauma therapist from Tyler, Texas, explains energy vampires are often codependent personalities. This means this means they gravitate toward others for need fulfillment and find it challenging to be self sufficient. An energy vampire is someone who repeatedly takes and lacks insight and awareness of how this contributes to interpersonal problems, she says. Repeatedly takes and lacks insight and awareness of how this contributes to interpersonal problems, she says. Nancy Irwin, Psych D doctor, a licensed clinical psychologist from Los Angeles, says Common signs of an energy vampire include vampire talking more about themselves than about you or anyone else, having ongoing drama in their lives, having a victim mentality, pessimism, jealousy, demanding a lot of attention, neediness. Tina B. Tessina, PhD, LMFT, a licensed psychotherapist from Long Beach, California, adds that other behaviors of an energy vampire include wanting you to always be available on their terms, expecting you to make responsibility for them, expecting you to take responsibility for them, using guilt to get you to do what they want. In a group setting, when an energy vampire enters a group dynamic, you may notice everyone goes quiet. Humor is squashed by seriousness. You may feel like they kill the vibe. Kill the vibe. Gate crasher, right? Gate crasher. They are not invited. Kill the vibe. Or enters a group dynamic. Other signs of an energy vampire in a group setting include people walk away from group conversation that includes them. People walk away from group conversation that includes includes them. They ask uncomfortably personal questions in front of everyone. Uh-huh. They ask uncomfortably personal questions in front of everyone. The conversation shifts toward their life. The conversation shifts toward their life. They reject anyone's solutions to their problems. They talk over other people. They insert themselves into conversations. They ignore social cues and boundaries. They latch onto one person in the group. They diminish the problems of others. When an energy vampire is present, you may notice that everyone's temper grows short, and even your mild mannered friends become irritable or sarcastic. They diminish the problems of others. Yeah, they say, "Oh, your problem is nothing. Listen to my problem," right? They latch on to one person in the group. They particularly like the one person in a group. They ignore social cues and boundaries. They insert themselves into conversations. They talk over other people, right? They reject anyone's solutions to their problems. Their conversation shifts toward their life. They ask uncomfortably personal questions in front of everyone. People walk away from group conversation that includes them. When energy vampire versus trauma dumping, both energy vampires and people who trauma dump can overshare intimate emotions and experiences, leaving you feeling emotionally taxed. Trauma dumping, however, may only be related to one traumatic experience and can be a subconscious expression that you are ready and in need of support. It isn't always accompanied by other energy draining behaviors. Energy vampires often have ongoing, exaggerated drama, though they may also have a history of trauma. They don't tend to be interested in solutions as the drama helps them secure the attention and energy of those around them. Common energy draining personality types. There's no single personality that qualifies as an energy vampire. Many types of people can drain you mentally and emotionally for various reasons. In addition to codependency, COP notes people who have developed insecure, avoidant, and anxious attachment styles during childhood may have natural inclinations toward energy vampire behaviors. Insecure, avoidant, and anxious attachment styles. Mental health disorders like depression and anxiety may also play a role according to Tessier. Irwin indicates psychotic conditions can feature traits related to attention seeking and neediness, as can mania present in bipolar disorder. Personality disorders might also contribute to a tendency to disregard the feelings and boundaries of others, she says, listing narcissistic personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder. Or it could just be a person who has unresolved trauma, abuse, or neglect, and presents with a great deal of chaos, toxicity, and or drama, says Irwin. Hmm. Insecure who developed insecure, avoidant, and anxious attachment styles. Energy vampires versus empaths. If you are an empath, someone who is exceptionally sensitive to the emotions of others, you may be susceptible to energy vampires. Your natural desire to help people in pain can make you susceptible. You have to learn to tell the difference between people who will accept your help and use it to heal, and people who just absorb it and don't benefit from it. Cautious Tessinia. Your personal mental health may also uh, make you more prone to energy drain. Mental health states like depression, grief, and anxiety may make you emotionally vulnerable and can prevent you from keeping firm boundaries to protect your emotional energy. Without firm boundaries in place, you become more vulnerable to bending in a way that will be more favorable to the energy vampire, says Cobb. How to stop someone from draining your energy? Encountering energy vampires doesn't have to leave you feeling like you need a recovery nap. Here are some tips for protecting your energy. Assertive communication. COP recommends communicating assertively and directly. For example, saying, let's go back to my point about this topic so it doesn't get missed, is a respectful way to prevent an energy vampire from stealing the conversation. Assertive communication directly. Asking for space. You may have to ask for space if you cannot avoid the person. Irwin recommends being kind but clear and suggests saying, Erin recommends being kind but clear and suggests saying, "You have a huge personality energy that just frankly sometimes overwhelms me. I don't want to offend you, but I just need some space. I can't keep up with you." Asking for space. Learning to say no. It can be challenging to say no, especially if you are a people pleaser. If you're a people pleaser, right? Yep, I'm a people pleaser myself. People pleaser, about 70%. A people pleaser. No is a boundary, however, and energy vampires need boundaries to be maintained or they will walk over them. If you are uncomfortable going out to lunch with someone, it's okay to say no. They may attempt to guilt you, but that can be a good reminder of why you are saying no in the first place. They may attempt to guilt you, right? To guilt you, but that can be a good reminder of why you are saying no in the first place. Let's recap. An energy vampire can be anyone who uses your positive energy to offset their negative energy, draining it from you through your patient listening, sympathy, and words of encouragement. While there are many reasons why someone might be an energy drain when they are around, you can protect yourself by keeping firm boundaries and communicating assertively. Very good. I'll do that. And I will tell Mrs. Yu, the owner of the cafe buffet restaurant, to be more assertive and firm towards Mrs. Chen, right? Fucking Mrs. Chen. Well, before I just finish this article, I would like to go over the phrases that I jotted down. One is guilt you, a people pleaser, enters a group dynamic, kill the vibe, down on their luck, down on their luck, uh, come across pathetic, right? Uh, l- let's see if that is true, right? Uh, let's find out a pathetic pronunciation, right? Apathetic,
Apathetic.
apathetic,
Apathetic.
apathetic,
Apathetic.
apathetic,
Apathetic.
apathetic, apathetic, apathetic,
Apathetic.
apathetic, apathetic,
Apathetic.
apathetic, apathetic, apathetic,
Apathetic.
apathetic, apathetic. Exactly, man. Apathetic,
Apathetic.
apathetic, apathetic, apathetic,
Apathetic.
apathetic. Well, thanks for listening and have a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas!